Welcome to Shom HaShav on the Dvar. Shir sponsored Lui Nishmas Arm Yaakov Shalom Le'Abbas Yitzchok. We're holding in Shavuos Taf Mem Hey. In Amud Beis, we have a Lashon of the Gemara that the Gemara brings a few places in Shas. After the Gemara brings the din in the name of Rav, that only when a Balabais hires a worker with Eidim, then there's a Shavuos. If there's no Eidim, there's no Shavuos because there is a Migoy. So the Gemara says, Omar Hai Bachamo, Kamo me'alyo hashmaitzo. How beautiful is this shmur? In other words, he was agreeing with Rav and saying how nice this shmur is. So the Mefarshim point out the following, and one that compiled many of these mikros together is Rav Ovadia Yosef Zatzal in a Sefer Yabia Oimer Chelek Beis Yeridur Siman Zayin. And the discussion is based on the Gemara in Eruvin Daf Samech Dalet. The Gemara there brings two different shmurs that Yudo Amar Shmuel said. And on the first one comes from Nachman and it says, Kama me'alyo hashmaitzo. The shmaitz is so beautiful, he agreed with it. Then came another shmur, and Rav Nachman says, Loi me'alyo hashmaitzo. I disagree with this shmur. It's not such a beautiful shmur. So the Gemara says, Omar le Rava. Rava tells Rav Nachman, My taima Omar marhachi. Why are you saying this way? Why are you praising or not praising a shmur? Ha'omar of Achor b'chanino mai dichtiv v'ru'ez zoynois yabedoin. The pasuk says, someone who shepherds zoynus, he will lose a lot. Someone says, this is a beautiful shmua, and this is not such a beautiful shmua. And that's what the word zoyna refers to. Zuno. It's a beautiful shmua or not. Me'abed hoyna shel Torah. He's going to lose the value of Torah. So the Gemara there is saying, a person should not say this is a beautiful shmur, and this shmur is not a beautiful. Should not give praises to some of the shmurs, and say another shmur that he doesn't give set to praises. And the Maharsha there in Chidushei Haggadus explains that not only should not say both, this is a beautiful shmur, and this is not a beautiful shmur. Even just saying on some shmurs it's beautiful, he should not say. Because of the fact that he's praising some shmurs and some is not, that in fact says that he likes some shmurs and some shmurs doesn't like. And so explains the Ben Yehoyada over there in Eruvin Daf Samech Dalet. And if so, there's a big tema. That if you look throughout Shas, there's a few places where we have, like in our Gemara, that came Adama and says, Kama me'alyo hashmaitzo, how beautiful that shmur is. How does that work with the Gemara in Eruvin? Now, some Mefarshim, the Rashash on the spot there in Eruvin, and so Reb Chaim Palaji and his Sefer Einei Kol Chai and Ksuvas Daf Pehei, they learn that the only issur is to give praises to some shmurs, and to some shmurs say the opposite of a praise, say shmur zu eino no. And the Rashash there in Eruvin brings the right from our Gemara here in Shavuos Daf Mem Hey. He says, our Gemara says, Kal me'alya hashmaitzo. How can it be that we have someone praising a shmur? You see that there's no issur to praise a shmur if he doesn't say anything negative about other shmurs. And Reb Chaim Palaji also says the same idea in his second explanation, that just to praise shmurs is mutter. It's only when you say on some that are nice and some that are not nice. Now, two other reasons why one can be mishbeach a shmur. The Rashash says that if one has a machlokes and he's trying to emphasize a point and say, I agree with this opinion, I disagree with the other opinion, he could say, Akama me'alya hashmaitza. I love this svara because I agree with it. And here in our Gemara, it seems to be that there is a machlokes regarding does the migor work or not. So immediately Rabbi Chama says, Kama me'alya hashmaitza. Another nekuda that's brought down in Rabbi Chaim Palaji, in the Einei Kol Chai, that maybe is not a get to our sugya. He says that when there is a problem to say shmur zuno, is only when there's nafkamina lahalacha. If a person says this is a good shmur, it means to say this I agree with, and then the shmur not so good, so I disagree with it, and maybe people are not going to know what to do lahalacha. But if a person has a nice drash, a nice vort, and based on this he says, oh, it's such a beautiful vort, then he could say shmur zuno. And with that, the Rav Ovadia Yosef and others point out that the Taz al Torah on the Sefer Divrei David, he brings beginning of Parshas Korach. Rashi says, "V'ikach Korach, Parsha zu yofen nidreshes." Rashi says it's going to be explained very nicely in the Medrash. So says the Taz, what's shot? We're saying don't say shmur zu no. So why is Rashi giving the praise? It says that's yofen nidreshes. So the Taz himself explaining Rashi that usually you have two explanations, one of Pshat, one of Drash. And here Rashi wants to say that the Drash and the Pshat come together. But according to the Yisod of Chaim Falashi, that anything which is not halacha l'maaseh, you could be mishabech. So Rashi there is coming to say a Drash. How do you come and explain the pasuk Vayikach Koirach so that you could be mishabech? And Rav Yosef adds that this is not a din halacha that a person cannot mishabech a shmua. It's a midas decheret. It's a nicer thing to do, not to do it this way. He says if someone is learning Torah and he sees something and he enjoys it so much, and because of his enjoyment he says, what a beautiful Vort, there's no issue to do that. And Ayin Sham, the Izmari Chalat Rav Yosef Kedarkoi, and the maskana is that first we have Mefarshim that hold that only if you say both, this shmua is good and this shmua is not good, it's a problem. Just to be Mishebech shmua, it's okay. And there's many other reasons where one can say shmua zu no. Anyone who wants to join Shomachshava email us, so what's good, please email shomachshava@gmail.com.